Hey, welcome to a new video. It's known that our Earth harbors countless mysteries, but also strange entities that seem to lurk in the shadows. While many of these so-called sightings can be dismissed as simple misunderstandings or even deliberate hoaxes, there are others that remain shrouded in mystery.
Are you new to this channel? Make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell. And before we start, also like the video. This next video went viral on the internet a while ago, claiming to capture an extraterrestrial entity crossing a street in Caldwell City, Idaho. While some people were skeptical, some others say that this could be evidence of an extraterrestrial life. In the video, we see an alien moving in the dark with an unusually slender body, 4 elongated limbs, and a distinct tail. This mysterious sighting has sparked speculation and curiosity within the community about the existence and nature of intelligent life beyond our planet. But if this video is indeed real, why would such a creature be roaming around in Idaho? And what's the purpose of crossing a dark street? Believe it or not, Idaho has had a significant number of reported UFO sightings in recent years, with 76 reports in 2020 alone. This made it the state with the highest number of sightings that year. In November 2009, multiple witnesses reported seeing groups of strange lights in the sky above Boise, Idaho. The lights were described as orange and floating in formation. Do you think aliens are slowly trying to expand their territory? Timothy Elchebu is a Spanish YouTuber who uploaded a video 7 years ago, in which he went deep into the night to explore a sewer with some friends. According to the local people from the village, they regularly hear strange noises coming from the sewer, but nobody dared to take a look. Timothy, however, dared to do so, and took his camera with him in case something happened. When they climbed through the sewer, they suddenly heard a sound coming from afar, and then this happens. Take a look. As you saw, something ran towards them. I have no idea what it could have been, and to this day, we still have no answers. The sculpture, commonly known as SCP-173, is one of the most infamous entities of the SCP Foundation. It's a humanoid statue made of concrete, with traces of spray paint. It's exceptionally dangerous due to its unique property. When direct eye contact with SCP-173 is broken, it becomes animate. It can move quickly enough to immediately break the neck of its victim. Therefore, personnel entering the containment chamber, where this creature usually resides, are advised to never blink in its presence. According to the next video, a Russian YouTuber managed to capture this SCP on camera in a forest after it had escaped. The danger it possesses would make this SCP an entity many would prefer to avoid. However, it's unclear what this creature was doing in 2015 in the Russian forest. If you divert your gaze from the creature for even a second, you're in for a fright that could cost you years of your life. SCP-173 is about 6.5 feet or 2 meters tall, but don't be deceived by its silent appearance. It can move with astonishing speed, but only does so when no one's looking. As soon as you lose sight of it, even for a moment, it uses its incredible speed and strength to paralyze or even kill you. It's crucial to remember that SCP-173 can only move when not being observed. This has led to strict containment protocols to prevent SCP-173 from causing harm. It is continuously monitored by personnel, with at least one person always maintaining direct eye contact. To ensure safety, there's normally multiple individuals present in the containment chamber, to ensure that the creature is never left unattended. The next video is about a man who lives near the woods and regularly noticed a strange creature staring towards his house in the darkness. At one point, he had enough and decided to grab his camera and step outside to film it. What he captured on camera is quite creepy, and the man himself has no idea what kind of creature lurks in the woods. It could possibly be a wolf or coyote, but you'd almost swear its shape is human-like. Some people think that the homeowners who filmed it may have also captured a second, smaller creature. The man shares that he has been harassed by a group of hostile and unexplainable creatures for several months. Their appearance is bizarre and otherworldly, leading some to speculate that they may not be from this world. He also mentions never having believed in cryptid creatures or poltergeists, so this experience was very strange for him. We don't know if these creatures are still terrorizing his house, but let's hope they've disappeared by now. Slender Man is one of the most well-known creepypasta figures. He's depicted as a tall, thin figure dressed in a black suit with a featureless face.
Additionally, he's often associated with child abductions and causing fear and paranoia. When the boys in this video are walking around the streets at night, they encounter a figure that closely resembles Slender Man. At this precise moment, the tension rises. The boys' first instinct was to run away, but when they looked back, the figure had suddenly disappeared. Both boys decide it's better to go home, but one of the boys wants to take a short break. This is the moment when Slenderman suddenly grabs one of the boys out of nowhere, and then the filming boy's camera becomes shaky, and the video ends. Slenderman is known for his ability to teleport, hypnotize, and induce madness in those who see him. What do you think happened to the boys?
Caves are places that are creepy enough for many people, especially if you're alone. A man was exploring some caves with his friend in an unknown place, when at one point he came across something terrifying. According to the man, he had visited the cave several times and couldn't find anything there. But this time he saw a dark figure with wide eyes staring at him. He rushed to his friend, who was standing further away, and when they returned, the creature was gone. What could this have been? Some people in the comments think it was possibly a large predator like a panther. What do you think? Let me know in the comments. You may be convinced that most dinosaurs were gigantic and walked on 4 legs. However, many dinosaurs were bipedal, meaning they moved on 2 legs. In fact, some of the most well-known and iconic dinosaurs, like the Tyrannosaurus rex and Velociraptor, were exclusively bipedal. Now, a video was circulating on the internet showing 2 dinosaur-like creatures walking along a frozen river. Unfortunately, there isn't much info available about this video, but we can see that they both resemble each other with a pointed head, a hump on their back, and long tails. According to history, bipedal theropods like the T-Rex would have been top predators, posing a significant threat to other animals. But imagine if these kinds of creatures were still on Earth. That would be quite terrifying for humanity. Other people in the comments say that these creatures look more like extraterrestrial beings than dinosaurs.
A family's Christmas dinner in North Minnesota was disrupted not by family conflicts, but an uninvited guest, a purported mythical creature. This family noticed strange movements in their yard and decided to investigate. One of the family members went outside with the family dog to witness none other than the Sasquatch walking through the trees in the distance. You can immediately tell by the dog's behavior that it feels both aggressive towards this intruder and frightened at the same time. After a few tense minutes in the snowy woods, we finally catch a glimpse of its fleeing figure, which matches the description. Sasquatch, also known as Bigfoot, is a legendary creature often described as a large, hairy ape-like being that walks on 2 legs. It's prominently associated with North American folklore. Reports of Sasquatch sightings have persisted for decades, with countless people claiming to have encountered it or seen the creature.
This is a creature that surpasses your worst nightmares. SCP-682, better known as the hard-to-destroy reptile, at first glance may seem like an average crocodile, but it's far from ordinary, as its jaws are powerful enough to bite through anything. According to the next story, this SCP entity was found on an anonymous beach, and multiple photos were taken of it. The creature is a colossal reptile with an incredible ability to regenerate, making it impossible to kill. You might think it's just a large lizard, but don't be fooled. This creature can change shape, grow, and adapt in ways that defy scientific explanation. It exhibits extreme hostility towards all life forms and has an almost supernatural resistance to attempts at destruction. According to legend, SCP-682 can survive anything from high-voltage shocks to nuclear bombs, and it doesn't just adapt, it evolves. Additionally, it can manipulate its biological composition, absorb powers from other entities, and exhibit reality-altering abilities. This creature also harbors a deep-seated hatred for all life, and a strong desire to exterminate every living being on Earth. If you see this hyperactive, demonic bipedal figure rushing towards you, you'll be scared out of your wits. Ayawoki is a Spanish-language creepypasta about a cryptid modeled after Michael Jackson, who appears in someone's room late at night and says, "Hee hee." It must have been a terrifying moment for the person who managed to capture the figure on camera here. In case you didn't know, Ayawoki is a term derived from a phrase, "Annie, are you okay?" from Michael Jackson's song Smooth Criminal. Some videos depict Ayawoki as a supernatural entity that haunts homes or appears in unexpected places. This is certainly the creepiest version of Michael Jackson you'll ever see. You can see the resemblance, but it looks downright demonic. From the hair, the almost bulging eyes, the overly sharp teeth, and the too pale face. Can you imagine this figure entering your house? Do you think this figure is possessed by Michael Jackson himself or by an evil spirit? The following video is said to be taken more than 10 years ago, and the person filming seems to be walking around a cemetery. At one point, he moves the camera to the left and sees a strange creature that people think may be an alien or a ghost. If we slow down the video, you can see it better. The creature turns out to have a grayish color. Some people think it might have been a ghoul. A ghoul occurs in mainly Arabic folktales as an undead creature that would feed on human flesh and can also often be seen near gravestones. Unfortunately, there's little info about this video. What do you think it was? Let me know in those comments. Have you ever heard of a pixie? A pixie is a mythical creature from the English town of Cornwall. It can be an elf, a fairy, or a gnome, and they are small creatures that live on remote moorlands. A man named Erwin Saunders has been tracking pixies for years, and he is said to have captured them on camera several times. He spends the night in a tent in the middle of the woods with a friend, and they have set up several cameras in the area. At one point, he's filming from his tent and sees a creature that looks like a pixie walking through the woods. Could these little creatures really exist and inhabit the forests of Cornwall? What do you think? With its possessions on its back, this small goblin-like creature appears to be on the verge of embarking on a life-changing journey. Jokes aside, let's talk about goblins and what they're capable of. Even if you don't believe in goblins or similar creatures, you might be surprised to know that these myths and stories are always based on some truth. Goblins are often associated with the concept of hidden worlds, existing just beyond the bounds of humans' perception, and are believed to have their own societies and customs. They're often depicted as small, mischievous beings with reputations for causing trouble and playing pranks on people. If we're to believe the following video, this person managed to capture a real goblin on camera in an unknown location. While they're not always portrayed as outright malevolent, they are known for their greediness and territorial nature, with a short fuse and penchant for mischief. They are commonly found in places like forests, caves, and abandoned areas, where they can remain hidden from humans and carry out their various plans unnoticed. What do you think the goblin in this video is up to, and where is it headed? What started as a normal video, filming their son, accidentally captured a creature hiding behind a tree in the background. When the dog started barking, you know something's amiss. The creature peeks out, realizing it's been noticed, and appears frightened by the barking dogs, then retreats once again. Commenters speculate it might be a pombero, a mythical creature from the folklore of South America, particularly prominent in Paraguay, Argentina, and parts of Brazil. It's considered a mischievous and sometimes malevolent being. In folklore, the creature is often described as a small gnome-like being with a stout build and hairy body. It's said to have a large head and glowing red or yellow eyes. The pombero also possesses supernatural powers and is associated with nature, particularly forests, fields, and rural areas. The creature is said to play pranks on people, such as hiding objects, leading people astray, and causing disturbances around houses and farms. Deep in the heart of the forest lurks a creature so terrifying that it is featured in humanity's nightmares for centuries. SCP-323, better known as the Wendigo, is not a mere figment from old folktales. This creature, often depicted as a gaunt humanoid figure with antlers, is something you would never want to encounter, even in your worst nightmares. In this next video, someone claims to have captured the Wendigo on camera deep in the forest. This SCP entity possesses terrifying powers and a predatory nature that can make even the most experienced hunters tremble. With the speed of the wind, it moves through the forests, almost impossible to track, let alone capture. Its strength and agility are unmatched, easily overpowering its victims. But it's not just its physical strength that instills fear. SCP-323 primarily hunts at night and shows a disturbing increase in aggression during the winter months. It carefully selects its prey, often targeting lone hikers or campers, isolated and vulnerable. Then, with a cunning that betrays its wild nature, it stalks its unsuspecting victims, waiting for the perfect moment to strike. Could it be that this person actually captured a real Wendigo on camera, or are we dealing with a misidentified animal? If it is indeed a Wendigo from the SCP Foundation, its most disturbing feature is its ability to mimic human voices. It uses this skill to lure unsuspecting hikers deeper into the forest, with cries for help or calling out in a familiar voice. Once close enough, escape becomes impossible. Robert the Doll is a famous eerie doll exhibited at the East Martello Museum in Key West, Florida. The story of the doll dates back to the 20th century. Robert Eugene Otto, an artist and author, received the doll as a gift from a servant who practiced black magic. It was said that the doll was cursed and possessed by a malevolent spirit. In this video, a man named Jonathan visits the doll.
and he managed to capture the paranormal moment when the doll moves its leg. Robert is believed to be cursed, and taking photos or videos of him without permission is believed to bring bad luck. Legend has it if you disrespect the doll and photograph it without asking for permission, you may experience a series of unfortunate events, such as accidents, financial problems, or even health issues. Many visitors to the doll have reported sending him an apology letter after experiencing these problems. Unfortunately, we don't know what happened further when this man visited the doll. But it's quite eerie that he captured the doll moving its leg on camera. This wasn't the first time that visitors to the museum have reported strange experiences. Someone once visited the museum and saw Robert moving his food and then captured a ghostly orb next to his arm.
In December of 2019, 5 boys were spearfishing somewhere in an unknown place in the Philippines. Since they had caught fish before, they decided to film their adventure this time. While everyone is introducing themselves to the camera, suddenly in the background, a strange creature walks by. If you look closely, you can see a dark figure in the background running past towards the river. The boys didn't notice it at that moment, and when they walked to the river a few seconds later, the strange creature had also disappeared. What could this have been? Unfortunately, I couldn't find more info about the video either. However, I was able to find that there was an indigenous tribe called the Batak tribe, supposedly living in the deep forest of the Philippines. Could this figure have been a member of that tribe? Or was it some other mysterious creature? What do you think? Legends about a race of little people appear in mythology for many countries. One story tells of native little people who are sometimes associated with the Cherokee tribe. In the following video footage, a woman named Gwendolyn claims to have encountered little people. She's on vacation at a remote cabin, and when she heard some noises at night, she grabbed her flashlight. After a while, she saw 2 small figures hiding behind a rock and watching her. But when she shined her flashlight on the rock, the little figures disappeared. Some people in the comments believed that these were real mythical little people. Others said that it was probably children playing. However, this makes it creepy, because who lets their child play outside at night? Recently, new video footage was released allegedly showing the rake creature walking by. According to many people, the rake is the scariest creature that exists. Unfortunately, little info is known about this video, but upon analysis, we can see that the creature is in the vicinity of a forest, and the video was recorded with a trail camera. What makes the creature terrifying is its humanoid appearance, with a hairless body and long limbs and fingers. Its size is estimated to be about the same as an average person. Although little information is available about this video, the creature seems to look briefly into the camera at the end. Its pale skin and large sunken eyes are likely to frighten most people. According to legend, the rake is a nocturnal creature often seen on the outskirts of towns and villages, usually in wooded areas or near abandoned buildings. So the fact that we see it passing by here aligns with the legend often told about the creature.
We must always be cautious when exploring savannas, jungles, forests, and oceans, for at that moment, we're no longer the strongest beings in the food chain. This is someone else's territory, or something else's. Add to that list a location where humans rank considerably lower in the hierarchy of nature, the Polish mountains. This person was filming and exploring the area when his camera suddenly captured a creepy creature. It was too large to be human and too monstrous to be an animal. Some people in the comments speculated it might be Bigfoot, wandering around the area in search of food. The creature was slowly moving up the mountain with its back turned to the man filming it with his camera. There's a chance we're looking at Pan Twardowski, a legendary figure often associated with the Polish Tatra Mountains. He's depicted as a sorcerer who made a pact with the devil. According to legend, his soul was promised to the devil, but he managed to outsmart him by sending his soul to the moon. It's believed that his spirit still roams the mountains.
Imagine a slide. Not just any slide, but one that takes you on a journey beyond the boundaries of our reality. This is SCP-1562, known as the Slide. At first glance, it appears to be an ordinary playground slide, but appearances are quite deceiving. This slide harbors secrets that bring our deepest fears to the surface. When fearless souls decide to slide down SCP-1562, the laws of time and space begin to blur. The descent is not a simple slide, but a portal to a labyrinth of impossible worlds. Sliders report bizarre landscapes that defy logic, strange creatures that exist nowhere else, and a distortion of reality that makes you question everything you knew. This slide is not a viral sensation for thrill seekers. No, SCP-1562 is an anomaly that can make even the steadiest nerves shiver. Some people claim to have encountered this slide in real life, which is quite disturbing. According to the story, some sliders don't return as they were. Their bodies and minds are altered in ways that medical science can't explain. But what is the purpose of this slide? Is it a gateway or a trap? Some mysteries are too dangerous to unravel, especially those waiting in an ordinary playground. Because once you slide, there's no going back. Being chased in your own home is a nightmare for many people, but being pursued by Jeff the Killer is like being in a horror movie. Jeff is a fictional creepypasta character depicted as a pale, noseless man with long black hair and a Joker-like grin on his face. The worst part about Jeff is that he enjoys scaring you, and he takes his time terrorizing you, as we can see in this video, where this boy encounters him. Jeff's origin lies in a tragic incident where he was attacked by a group of bullies, and subsequently driven to madness. He is known for his violent tendencies and sadistic nature, often choosing his victims and leaving a message that reads, "Go to sleep." Jeff's popularity grew in 2008 through various fan-made stories, images, and videos, leading to his internet status. Jeff's signature appearance includes a white hoodie, black pants, and a creepy smiling face. Unfortunately, there's little information available about this video, but we can clearly see a boy encountering Jeff in real life. Fortunately, the boy manages to escape. The Philippines harbor one of the most chilling myths, especially if you find yourself near crops. The sigbin is a creature that emerges at night to suck the blood of its victims from their shadows. If we are to believe this next video, a group of Filipino YouTubers managed to capture this creature on camera. In fact, its otherworldly body is so strange that you can't immediately discern its features. This gives it ample time to hiss, growl, and creep eerily towards you until you have no choice but to run away. It's said to resemble a hornless goat and has the ability to become invisible to humans. The sigbin is known to primarily move backward, with its head tucked between its hind legs. While sightings of the sigbin are rare, it's considered a popular and famous monster in Filipino mythology. However, the person in this video manages to scare the creature away back into the crops, and what happened afterward remains unknown. In the following video, Connor and some friends went to explore a desert in an unknown place. For a long time, they didn't come across anything special, but when they arrived at a sewer, they seemed to hear a sound. They went to investigate and suddenly saw a strange creature climbing out of the sewer. The boys were horrified and ran off. Some people in the comments say that it's been staged and that it was one of their friends, but the creature looks pretty small and not really human. What kind of creature could this have been? Let me know in the comments. It's 2016 and a man is returning home after a night out. He always heads home to the sound of his pets barking, eager to find him. But this particular evening, it was dead silent. When he decided to check the security camera, he saw a bush crawler, a creature often depicted as a humanoid figure covered in matted hair or foliage. You won't often spot it, as it usually camouflages itself within dense foliage. It's said to inhabit forests and remote areas, lurking in the underbrush and observing unsuspecting people. The bush crawler is also known for its stealthiness, an ability to move silently. The man who encountered this creature saw that it was largely bald with bright glowing eyes, and was crawling towards the inside of his shed. Imagine this creepy scenario. You and your friends are cruising through a forest on a quad bike, filming the adventures you have together. However, when one person looks back at the video footage, he notices a figure that sends shivers down his spine. According to people in the comments, the figure, which looks large and creepy, is said to be a Sasquatch. A Sasquatch, also known as Bigfoot, is an ape-like creature said to live in the forests of North America. It's become a great mystery over the years whether Sasquatch still exists or not. But from time to time, sightings are reported from people who claim to have encountered this mythical creature. SCP-096, better known as the Shy Guy, is not really shy, as its nickname suggests. The entity is anything but shy when it comes to unleashing unspeakable terror. A YouTuber decided to visit a spooky graveyard at 3 AM and reportedly encountered SCP-096 there. Many people say that you should never look at this creature's face, not even accidentally. If you do, the silent figure transforms into a frenzy of violence, determined to hunt you down and destroy whoever saw it. As this YouTuber was about to leave the graveyard, he saw a creepy creature in his car window. He initially didn't notice it, but when he reviewed the video footage, he was terrified. What also makes SCP-096 so frightening is that nothing can stop it. Its ability to find its prey is unmatched, and its strength is superhuman. It's the embodiment of an unstoppable force, a living nightmare that cannot be captured or viewed. Even a glimpse of its face can lead to a chain reaction of destruction. While some people claim the creature in the video was the Shy Guy, others say it could possibly be the Rake. However, the Rake is a creature that became popular through internet stories and creepypastas.
Described as a pale, thin creature with long claws and glowing eyes, it's said to stalk and terrorize those it encounters. If you ever find yourself in a graveyard and feel watched, walk away. Some legends are all too real, and curiosity could be your last mistake.
In September 2018, a video went viral in Thailand in which we see a creature hopping through a grassy field on the side of the road. A man who was driving his car in Luang Namtha, a city in Laos, came across the creature at night near a large field and quickly grabbed his phone to film it. Many people say it could be a gongoi, a type of spirit from Thai folklore with only one leg. In the video, we see that it's a small creature and appears to be wearing a white dress with black hair. According to the story, the gongoi lives in the jungle and is looking for people to suck their blood. Whether the creature in the video is actually a gongoi is not clear, but it does look creepy, and I wonder who or what was hopping around there at night. What do you think this creature could have been?
Imagine this, you're alone in an abandoned house at night, and suddenly you hear noises, followed by a terrifying figure creeping up the stairs from the floor below you. This creature is known as Long Horse, and is depicted as a long and skeletal horse. Its appearance is often described as a horse with an elongated neck that stretches to an extreme length. The origin of Long Horse is unclear, with various stories and reports attributing different supernatural or paranormal explanations to its existence. In this video, a person claims to encounter the horse-like entity in real life in an abandoned location on a dark night. Trevor Henderson is a horror artist and illustrator who is said to have created Long Horse. This is the same person known for creating Siren Head. However, some people believe that the horse-like creature was created based on a real sighting by Trevor himself. This could explain how this person managed to capture the creature in real life on camera. What makes Long Horse creepy is its ability to manipulate perception and reality, disrupting the environment around it. Additionally, it emits a low, plaintive sound that is both eerie and unsettling. According to some accounts, Long Horse is capable of inducing hallucinations and nightmares in those who catch a glimpse of it. So it's best to run away as quickly as possible if you ever come face to face with this entity. Consider yourself warned.
In this video, we see a man from the YouTube channel Exploring with Danny, who spent the night with some friends exploring an abandoned mine. When they walked a bit, suddenly a whistling sound comes from afar. They have no idea what this is, but continue walking until they reach a wall with some kind of black substance on it. Danny even tries to taste it and says it's not oil, but something else. The group decides to go further into the mine, and suddenly they see this. Take a look.
Huh? What the hell's that? We'll get the hell out of here now!
Danny and the rest of the group are scared to death and try to run out of the mine as fast as possible. The little creature running towards them was a Tommyknocker, according to them. A Tommyknocker or knocker would be a mine spirit or a mining creature from a Celtic mythology and can be compared to a gnome or a dwarf. In the stories, they are described as taking food and tools from the miners. Do you believe that they really encountered this creature or not?
A group of friends was camping by a lake deep in the woods when they suddenly came face to face with a pair of malevolent red eyes staring at them from a creature. They thought it was something supernatural and their hearts started racing. What was lurking in the shadows, seemingly ready to devour them? Startled, they jumped into their boat nearby to cross to the other side of the lake. But as they were almost reaching the shore, they realized they had left someone behind on the cliff. The boys shouted for him to jump into the water as there was a creepy creature lurking nearby. Everyone seemed to be safe at one point, but then they saw the creature with red eyes resurface, and it even seemed to be chasing them. What do you think this creature could be? Let me know in those comments.
A woman named Audrey Fretchett was driving through a remote forest in the area of Gaspé Valley in Quebec. She saw a moose standing on the road and decided to film it. However, when she looked back at the video footage, she saw something scary. Behind the moose, there was a strange figure watching the animal. Many people in the comments compared the creature to Gollum, a character from the Lord of the Rings movies. Others said that it was the Rake, a creature with pale skin that usually walks on all fours. What did this woman capture on camera here? What do you think?
This video depicts a young woman named Chella Kelly, and she was walking alone somewhere in a remote area. However, her journey is quickly disrupted when she realizes she's not quite alone after all. As she continues her trek, she notices peculiar shadows behind her. They're small creatures running through the grass at knee height. One possibility is that they could be small desert animals, such as rodents or reptiles, whose shadows are cast by the sunlight at a low angle. The only information known about this video is that it was uploaded to the woman's Facebook page. And that's the extent of the info available. Many cultures have stories of mythical creatures and spirits inhabiting landscapes. Thus, it's not uncommon for people to report sightings or experiences with beings that exist beyond our understanding. According to legends, encountering shadow beings can be both awe-inspiring and terrifying. They are said to appear as fleeting forms, often resembling animals or humanoid shapes, casting ominous shadows across the dunes. Some stories describe them as mischievous pranksters, playing tricks on travelers who enter their domain. What do you think this woman managed to capture on camera? Let me know in the comments.
We can all agree that an abandoned insane asylum is just really creepy. According to the story, the Overbrook Insane Asylum, Essex County Hospital, has been vacant for a long time, and the hallways and rooms are rumored to be haunted. This group of guys paid a visit to the building and came across something that made them panic. As we can see, a strange creature comes creeping down the hallway on all fours, towards the boys. They were immediately terrified, for they hadn't expected to encounter such a thing. The creature seemed to have inhuman-bent limbs and quickly crawled towards them. Whether you believe in the supernatural or not, you would definitely be shocked if such a creature suddenly came running at you.
SCP-049, better known as the Plague Doctor, is a terrifying entity with a sinister appearance, reminiscent of medieval doctors from the Black Death era. But don't be deceived by the historical reference, as this creature harbors powers beyond any human capacity. In this video, SCP-049 was captured on camera walking the streets on a dark night. The true horror of this being lies not only in its appearance. It possesses the chilling ability to take life with nothing more than a simple touch, after which it subjects the deceased to a bizarre and unnatural operation. Unfortunately, little is known about this video, but the fact that someone managed to capture it on camera in real life makes you wonder if it's not just fiction. What makes the creature even more terrifying is its unpredictability, an obsessive drive to cure, often leading to an unexpected outburst of violence. In captivity, SCP-049 is subjected to strict restrictions due to its dangerous nature. Interaction with it's minimal, always under highly controlled conditions, to prevent the nightmare it carries from spreading further. The purpose of the Plague Doctor in this specific video is quite unclear, but what would you do if you encountered him in real life? Let me know in the comments.
In 2019, a Reddit user named jhood3119 uploaded a video of his friend, who managed to capture a strange creature on camera. This happened at his house somewhere in a wooded area in the American city, New York. The man said that his dog regularly had strange behavior at night and decided to set up a camera. What we see on the video footage is a bizarre creature with glowing eyes walking towards the forest and eventually disappearing. He sent the video footage to his friend, who posted it on Reddit, and many people in the comments discuss what this creature could have been. Some think it's just a person, while others think it's a ghost. It looks like the dog in the lower left of the picture also sees the creature running by. What do you think this could have been? Let me know in the comments.
Have you ever heard those stories about farms in the middle of nowhere? Fields that should be peaceful but instead makes dogs bark? These people went to see what looked like an animal, but on closer inspection it appears to be something human-like. According to the person themselves, it could be the rake, a humanoid creature unusually long, hairless, and pale. As we can see, the creature in this video appears to be crawling on hands and feet, just as described in the stories. It's not surprising that they try to run away as quickly as possible. The rake is known for its nocturnal activities, primarily hunting and terrorizing people at night. It's described as a ruthless and cunning predator that stalks its victims and induces fear and paranoia. The origin and motives of the rake vary depending on the story, but encounters with it usually result in psychological or physical harm. What do you think the guys in this video managed to capture on camera? Could it actually be the mysterious creature? The clock had struck 3 in the morning when the residents of this house were startled by the appearance of a strange creature outside of their home. They slowly walked to the window, turn off the light, and then witnessed this crawling creature in their backyard. There's hardly a warning before the creature finally emerges from the bushes, moving with a disturbing speed that immediately causes the woman holding the camera to recoil in fright. The bald humanoid creature crawls on all fours, resembling an animal. Its head and body shape are so eerily human that one can't help but wonder if this is some kind of hybrid creature created in a lab, or if it's a mythical creature with a malevolent intention. Have you ever seen a scary creature in real life? Let me know in the comments. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more videos we've made, click one on the screen or take a look at the channel. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.